In our dashboard, we can now proceed to create a list or an audience. And exactly as the name sounds, an audience or a list is simply a category, a collection that we create whereby the emails that we receive will go into. Now, based on the information that we had provided earlier to MailChimp, it has already created a list for us. And that list is simply based on the information that we entered. So the name is simply TextPro Foundation. We already have one subscriber, which is ourselves. We can choose to create additional lists or simply use the one that we have here. So if you followed along with what we've done thus far, you should have already a list under your audience section. So let's go ahead and explore this here and understand exactly what our audience or list comprises of. Now, when we go into our audience, we have an email subscriber, which is ourselves. And what we're going to be doing thus far as we go through this course is looking as this list fills up with other emails from the subscribers once we put the email forms on our website. Now, the list is the collection which has everything about the particular subscriber, the information that we've gathered from them. So the first name, last name, their email address, the email marketing subscribed, and the source is unknown. The other ones that will come through, the source will be through the API form or through the website. Just basically the sources where the email came from. And once we start to get more information, more subscribers, we will see the overview and how things are performing. So we will come back to this later. Let's go back to the front page of the audience section. Now, if we wanted to create another list, we simply can go to this button here and click on create an audience. So let's actually go ahead and do that. We'll just click on create an audience. So we'll have two lists here. And I do this simply because, even though MailChimp has already created a list for us, I really wanted us to go through and create one from scratch. So you know exactly all that is necessary as far as creating a list. It's really pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to fill in these details and we're going to go from there. So I'm going to call this TextPro List 2. And the reason why you might want to create a list or multiple lists, although as you're initially starting your business, this really won't be the case. But the reason why you might want to create more lists is that in case you have a business with multiple segments, so if, like, for instance, let's say you're dealing in two different segments and you put your lists and you put your forms, for instance, people who want cars and people who want airplanes. Your company supplies cars and airplanes. So those people who want cars, you don't want to send them things about airplanes. And those people who want airplanes, you don't want to send them things about cars. So you want to have two different lists and two different collection buckets for those people who select one or the other. And so that's why you can have multiple lists depending on the segment, your segmentation, depending on the different types or the different services that you offer. And thereby you can then send specific targeted mails to people based on their interest and what they want. So let's go ahead and fill this out. And as we're filling this out here, we have some quick things to go over. Just for instance, this box is asking us, remind people how they sign up to your list. Now, the source of our subscribers will come mainly from our website. So we just want to state something to that effect, that you subscribed to, I keep mistyping, but you subscribed to the list on our website at TextPro Foundation Repair. And our contact information is very important in this day and age because this helps many companies clamp down on spam. So this actually has to be included in every email that's sent out, and it is done automatically so that people know exactly where you are, that you are a real business. And if you break the law, well, you know where to find you. Form settings. Let's go ahead and enable double opt-in. And what this means is that when someone enters in their email, MailChimp will automatically send them an email to their email to confirm that they actually did sign up and it wasn't somebody else using their email. And then usually you've also gotten this before where you have to go to your email, click yes, I agree to subscribe, and that confirms that you're in. So that's what this is, enable double opt-in. Next is the GDPR field. This really isn't relevant unless you are dealing with people from the EU, from the European Union. So we'll just leave that blank. Notifications. This is when things happen with your subscribers. So let's say that more people begin to subscribe. You can get daily summaries one by one as they come in, or when people unsubscribe. But for this, let's just leave it all off because you can always log in and see how things are doing. Sometimes if this gets too busy, you might get a bunch of emails coming in and, you know, that's not really what we want. But so this is the details that we filled out. Let's go ahead and click save. And voila, we've just created our second list / audience. So now we have the Text Pro Foundation Repair list, and then we have the Text Pro list 2. So that's it. And the next step here is we're going to be building forms that we actually will be placing on the website in order to collect emails. And we'll be working within this section here. So let's move on to the next lesson.